Writing an article is a different thing, but again, following people who've been in the business of hate, watching their content regularly, it's not an easy job. We would also want to concentrate on something else. Initially, when we started in 2017, we thought, okay, somebody's put out in misinformation. If we try to fact check, people would stop putting out the misinformation. They would feel embarrassed and maybe they would take it down. But that's not the case. Hi, I'm Mohammad Zubair. I'm co-founder of Alt News, a fact-checking website, and I'm from Bangalore. When I was in Nokia, I did not know, about this world at all. Maybe those days it wasn't so hateful. I would say, at least the online world wasn't hateful. I would not have been here maybe if the people in Zenizan would have continued doing what they did, especially in the mainstream media. I'm not blaming all, but then most of them. News channels or maybe the newspapers were to speak for the people, but of late, I would say, at least in India, most of the time it's like speaking for the government and against the people and targeting the people. That's not just little, it's like very, very disturbing. Alt News started in 2017 and Boom Live also around the same time. What we've seen is in those days we used to put out in fact checks, like calling, for example, BJP spokesperson or any other spokesperson from different parties. If they put out misinformation, we used to tweet them and they used to take it down or maybe apologize also. But of late, forget about apologizing. They don't even want to delete their tweets. Because they don't care about what fact checkers write. Because they also know their followers would believe them and they would propagate the same tweet or same ideas what they've tweeted. Some interesting thing what I've observed in 2014 till 2017, it was supporters of a ruling party, that is the current BJP government party, who put out misinformation or disinformation, and few were also from probably say Congress, AAP and many other states, but then that was like as compared to BJP they were negligible. But of late, more than followers, what we've seen, these propaganda or maybe misleading claims or half-baked information is put out more by the news anchors. I would not say all, but like a lot of news anchors.
2000 रुपए के हर एक नोट पर NGC यानी नैनो GPS चिप लगा हुआ होगा।
जी हाँ, बात करेंगे मौलाना साहब की, जो कि महामारी फैलाने का आरोपी है और साथ ही 142 घंटे से फरार है।
आखिर IAS, IPS में हमारे मुसलमान भाइयों की संख्या कैसी बढ़ रही है? क्या कोई कम्युनिटी इंजीनियरिंग में, डॉक्टर में या अन्य बाकी चीजों में इस गति से बढ़ रही है क्या? नहीं बढ़ रही है। तो फिर UPSC में कैसी बढ़ रही है?
I personally feel people are falling for more and more misinformation. Is because like now the content which was initially shared by a party or a representative of a party is being propagated by news anchors, which has huge following. Most of the audiences, especially after this many in the rural area who had no access to YouTube. Maybe they used to listen to music or maybe television, but then most of them would not have access to this YouTube or Facebook or Reels or Instagram and whatnot. And all of a sudden, everything was new to them. I remember me speaking to one of my friend's mom. There was a YouTube channel and the anchor was saying some hateful things against the community, and then she didn't know who the anchor was. She thought like, why is she saying that? Maybe this has happened. Like, why are you believing this? She's not even an anchor. Why do you have to believe that? It's some random person. Auntie was like, no, but why would anybody do that? It's a YouTube channel. Like, what would they gain from that? Because they don't know what they gain from that.
आज 100 करोड़ हिंदुओं के पास अपना देश कहने के लिए 1 इंच जगह नहीं है, 1 इंच जगह अपना देश कहने के लिए।
In urban areas, like well-educated people can fall for such fake news because they don't know the business model of such news anchors or say YouTube channels. A 2-minute video would get say 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 20 lakhs or even more than that views, and such small videos would give them some 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. Because we've been writing articles from 2017, we've obviously called out media outlets who put out misinformation directly or indirectly or maybe without verifying any content. But then from past 2-3 years, sharing misinformation is one thing, and doing, I mean, government propaganda, pro-government propaganda or anti-opposition propaganda or maybe communal propaganda. That's a different thing. I mean, it's not as easy to call them out. What we personally feel is, as I said, hate sells. What if what if there's a video, hateful video, multiple videos, and if they don't get monetized? What if we break down the finances? What if we get in touch with the platform, for example Facebook and Twitter, and explain them saying this video is hateful or this is against the policy? Why are you not taking it down? I mean, even if you don't want to take it down, why are you not demonetizing it? As alt news, we are also planning to come up with a thing called Unhate. We document all this hate crimes, not just hate crimes, the way the news channels, the way political parties have been amplifying it directly or indirectly, the way they have been reporting cases, such hate crime cases. One thing what I've observed is, like, there are people who use our articles, maybe use our tweets at times, maybe to fact check their families. I would not say misinformation has come down, but there are people who could understand, okay, these people are the ones known for putting out misinformation. Maybe more and more people, not just people in media fraternity, if more and more common people start calling them out, there is a chance they might realize what they've been doing is not right. When I look back, I see my friends would always say, like, a guy who did not know who the CM of Karnataka in 2011-12, or maybe did not know anything about politics, is like now is the source of inspiration for so many journalists. There are very few Muslim activists, or I would say journalists, who've been reporting and who are also not as lucky as me. I have an organization behind me, and I have people support, and they are lawyers and they are activists who've been very supportive to me. Any other Muslim tweeting something similar to what I do, they would attract an FIR instantly, and they would be sent to jail, and there would be nobody to support them, nobody to outrage. So the privilege, the support also what I've got, me being a Muslim, is also important to speak not just about things which are going on, also about against the community, because the way they've been targeting a community, a Muslim community, there's nobody to counter them or nobody to show them the mirror. I think it is important for me to step up and just show them the mirror, not just fact check, maybe just to expose the propaganda.